Welcome
Oh,
back to the channel. Really cool video today. I'm here with Ryan.
hello.
And we're going to talk about a band that we're both pretty into, and we both got into for the purposes of doing a video. I think we listened to these albums in like February, and it's now the end of April, and we're now recording it. So
Yeah, so the memory is a little bit fuzzy, but it's fine.
yeah. So we're doing Supergrass, a band that I was always sort of intrigued by. Obviously, I knew All Right, massive hit here in the UK. Apparently, not as much in the US. You hear it everywhere here, on like adverts and all sorts of stuff. So it's sort of like a one-hit wonder here. But they have some other songs that I knew. I knew St. Petersburg going in as well, and Sun Hits the Sky. So I only knew 3 songs going in. I think you know even less, right?
I just knew All Right, and that's it.
Yeah.
So it's a good song to know, but that's all I know.
Okay. Well, I'll kick us off. We got 6 albums to rank. Subscribe if you want. Ryan doesn't have a channel, but
Subscribe.
I'm
just here
going to bully him into getting one at some point.
promoting good music.
Yeah, exactly. So my number 6, I've just sort of alluded before we start recording that my list has changed, and I will say the lowest I go for Supergrass is a 7 out of 10. I think all of their albums are at least good, and my lowest is Diamond Hoo Ha. So I have had a bit of a change there. When I first listened to it, I was like, wow, this is a really underrated album, which I still think it is. I think it gets a bit too much hate. It's a lot more of the glammy side of their sort of stuff. It sort of goes back to the more Life on Other Planets sound. It has the title track, Diamond Hoo Ha Man, is really cool. Great rocker. Rebel in You is like a Bowie tribute, and obviously I'm going to love that if you know anything about me. But yeah, it's very bare bones, straightforward rock music, and it is great. But I sort of, another one of the albums sort of grew on me a little bit, so that one has fallen down to number 6. Nothing wrong with that. It is a great album. So yeah.
No, I'm the same as you. Down Hoo Ha, number 6.
Oh really? Interesting.
I mean, it's a rocker. It's like their Weezer album. It's you know what I mean? It's really rocking. And White Stripes as well. The White Stripes in there. But yeah, Diamond Hoo Ha, they'll open the best song easily. Rest is pretty good. I'll give it like a 6 out of 10, I'd say.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? It's straightforward, just rock music.
Yeah.
Kind of a weird last album to do, but
yeah, it doesn't feel like a big artistic send-off or anything.
No, yeah,
we're just having a bit of fun. Although, they were so young when they started the band, that they weren't really that old at this point, and you still have that youthful, energetic thing that you get in all their albums. My number 5, I assumed you would have at number 6, is the self-titled 1999 Supergrass. Again, 7 out of 10. I think it's a good album. The big thing for this album is the opening track. Crushes the rest of the album. Moving is incredible. When we get to the songs list, we're both going to have that on our list, I'm sure. It's absolutely amazing. The sort of psychedelic opening of it, and then how it gets all funky in the chorus, amazing. There are some other good songs. I like Pumping on Your Stereo. That's a catchy little song. The Shot Over Hill I like. Mary's a good song. It's just the problem with it is that it's very one note, kind of like Diamond Hoo Ha, but in a different way. It's a lot more laid back, a lot more psychedelic. But yeah, I mean, it's a good album. There are a couple songs that Gaz doesn't sing on, which doesn't happen on the first 2
not
albums.
really it. Yeah.
We were just sort of like,
He comes in and it's like, it's not Gaz. Gaz is such a good singer.
Yeah.
Really good rock singer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got this at number 5.
Yeah, I thought so.
As expected. Moving smokes it. It's by far the best song. The funky chorus, lovely. I like Mary as well. The keys on that, really good. I mean, Shoot Over Hill, Pump on My Sayers. I don't like it as much as I used to now. It's a little bit annoying.
Yeah,
it's a little bit annoying, but it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, it's very it's weird. I feel like they play the chorus maybe a couple too many times.
Yeah,
it does get stuck in your head. That's the thing, And as
it's like an 80s Rolling Stone.
Yeah. Is an earworm there, and I do like that song. So my number 4 is probably where we're going to diverge a bit.
I feel that's coming.
Life on Other Planets, 2002. Again, 7 out of 10, good album. Not to repeat myself, but I think all of these are at least good. I think every Supergrass album has at least one song that I come back to quite a lot. Yeah, Life on Other Planets, it's weird. It kind of does a lot. It's very much a 70s throwback album. Doesn't have as much of the 90s sound as you get on the first two, or even the self-titled. But there's a lot of these like keys that I don't love that sort of plague a lot of 70s music for me, which is okay. You know, it kind of, a lot of time the mix feels a bit messy. But the songwriting on this album is great. You got Czar is a great little song. It's just a lot of really good rock songwriting again, and I think they were really prolific songwriters. I just think when stacked up to my top three, doesn't really hold up. So yeah, Life on Other Planets. I know there are some people that adore that album.
Fair. Well, we have changed. I've got Road to Ruin, number 4. Pretty nice, more acoustic based, pretty laid back, short, sweet, easy listen. It's an easy, like, strong 7 out of 10, I would say. Tales of Endurance, first song. Once again, starting out with the best song on the album, easily. You know what I mean? The build-up is insane. The keys, lovely. Then St. Petersburg, cute song, very catchy. And yeah, the rest of it's pretty good as well. It's a really consistent listen, easy listen. But not as good as the top 3. I wouldn't say, by quite a bit on me.
So I did warn you that I was going to be making some changes here. My number 3 is I Should Coco, the debut album. And for me, this top 3 was really difficult. I like all these albums, pretty similar. Yeah. This one, I think Coco, you'll probably agree with me on this. It's probably the most consistent album. I think after this one, they have problems with having a couple tracks where you're like, you know, kind of skippable. Whereas this one, I feel like almost every song is pretty solid. Obviously, you got All Right, the big hit. You got Caught by the Fuzz, which is amazing. Man-Sized Rooster is great. I like Time to Go, short but sweet closer. Very earworm again. Loads of great energy on this album, punk energy, power pop vibes. Just some really good Britpop adjacent. It's definitely the most Britpop sounding album, I would say. Probably the only one that really fits into that genre. But yeah, I like I Should Coco a lot. It's a strong 8 out of 10. I think it's a big step up from my number 4 to my number 3. I think it's great.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll get to that a little bit later for me. I'm more on the traditional opinion for my top 2. I've gone number 3, Life on Other Planets. Really good rocking album. Really cool, kind of psychedelic, like you say. The opener is that insane build up, and then the guitars come in. Lovely. Rush Hour Soul, that's like a Queens of the Stone Age. That really reminds you of Queen of the Stone Age.
Queen of the Stone Age.
Like, really catchy. And I love, I love Queens of the Stone Age, so anything like that. And yeah, it's brilliant stuff. Really consistent all the way through. What's his name? The bassist, he sings a couple of songs in this, and these are better than the self-titled, the songs that he sings on this one.
Yeah,
quite a lot better.
Yeah,
and the closer Run, really proggy, really good stuff. Yes, it's a solid 8 out of 10, I'd say. Solid 8 out of 10. So
yeah, I mean, you can't, if you made 6 albums and you made 3 ones that are great or better, that's
yeah, exactly.
So speaking of proggy, my number 2 is going to be Road to Ruin, which you had at number 4. It's probably our biggest disagreement, really, of the whole. You say that the album before this, Life on Other Planets, ends with Run, and then this one starts with Tales of Endurance. Both very proggy tracks, very different for Supergrass. Like you said, Tales of Endurance, fantastic. St. Petersburg, one of the ones I knew going in, absolutely love it. Some other great songs like Finn, which sounds like Ween, and Ween are great. So You know,
We love Ween,
I,
exactly.
mean, I don't know if you can say that a song sounds like Ween, but that sounds like Ween. They have
True. What
different
does Ween
styles.
even sound like?
Yeah,
But yeah.
The title track's good. You don't like Coffee in the Pot. I think it's very cool and funky and weird, but
Yeah, fair enough.
yeah.
Quirky.
Yeah, I love the atmosphere of the album. Like you said, it's short and sweet. I love some sad boy acoustic music, and it gives me a lot of that. So I just think it's probably the best produced, best sounding, and a really good collection of songs too. Even if it does peak with the first two, like they always tend to.
Like they seem to, but it is definitely more your style, that one. So it's not surprised. I'm not surprised it's gone up. All right, number 2, Should Coco.
Okay.
That's probably what you expected. I mean, but this is really my type of music now. These top 2, I love this stuff like punky energy, Caught by the Floods, like you say. Funny lyrics as well, quite really youthful lyrics.
Here comes my mum. She knows what.
But yeah, exactly. And you know, I'm only 19, and like you can relate to this. It's all right as well. It's a classic for a reason. It's, you know, it's got the youthful energy, which I love. Lenny, that's a really big rocker. Time as well, that's a bit bluesy, that one. I'm a big fan of that one. And yeah, Man Size Rooster as well. Really short songs, really catchy. Like you say, most consistent, I would say. A couple I don't really go back to, but yeah, it's a strong 8 out of 10, close to a 9.
Close to 9, okay.
Close to a 9, close.
Wow. So I don't actually, we've got the same number 1, so I guess we can talk about it at the same time.
Yes.
I don't actually get to a 9 on this. Did you get it up to a 9? In It for the Money?
Yes, I have.
Wow, okay.
I have bumped up to a 9.
Okay, nice. I'm still incredibly strong, mate. It's like
the first 7 songs are all in the playlist, and it's like, and I've got a few after that as well. So it's like, I could not give it a 9. I really like Supergrass, you know what I mean? So it's nice to give it a 9.
Yeah, I mean, you kick off with In It for the Money, the title track, which I've listened to it.
The Tom York vocals.
Yeah, it's
the
like
Tom York vocals. First time hearing it, I'm like, what? You know, it was insane, but yeah.
It's like a cut off the bend, but with horns. Like, it's so good.
Yeah.
So obviously, I was losing my mind. I was like, what the? This is so good. But you got Richard III, which is an amazing power pop gem. You got Late in the Day, Sun Hits the Sky, Tonight. Just some fantastic songs. Last 2 songs kind of derail the album a little bit for me. Don't like them at all. And if they just weren't on the album, it would definitely be a 9. But you know.
Yeah, true.
But I mean, as a
they
whole,
always seem to start out strong and fade out.
Yeah.
Every album, maybe not the debut, but probably that as well. I mean, yeah, like I said, first 7 all in the playlist, and that first half, that's 10 out of 10 to be fair. The first half, insane.
I mean, it's also the fact that it is their second album after they had a big hit when they were so young, and calling it In It for the Money, which is just such a, I just think that's such a ballsy thing to call your second album.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it is a great album. I think it should be, I don't think it is on these 1001 albums you should hear before you die, but it should be.
No.
Those first 2, even though I like Road to Rouen more than Coco, I'd say the first 2 are the most essential ones. They're the ones that, for an average listener, those are the ones you should go to, for sure.
Yeah, definitely my kind of thing. Them first 2, punk energy and really good rock music.
So catchy as well. Like the melodies just get stuck in your head. And one thing you can say about In It for the Money, for me, it's the best balance of like having the extra instrumentation, but not being like Life on Other Planets for me, where it felt a little bit like too much was going on at once.
Yeah.
Whereas you've got these little like keyboard solos and like Sun Hits the Sky is a crazy song. Like there's so much going on. The bongos and like, it's,
it really is.
So yeah, I mean, I guess we'll talk about some of these songs a bit more in our top 10 songs video. But we flew through that. Thanks for joining me, and I guess we'll be doing the songs again. And I guess we can announce that the next discography we'll be doing together is Alice in Chains.
Yes.
We'll be starting the listening for pretty soon, I think. So yeah, that'll be a good one to do.
Hopefully we can get that video out quicker.
Yeah, quicker than 2.5 months after we started.
Yeah, exactly. After,
Yeah,
but hey, it's done. We've done the Supergrass.
yeah. I mean, I think we covered it quite well. So yeah, subscribe, do that thing, and there'll be more album rankings, top 10 songs, all these kind of things, and yeah, see you soon.